we're good. All right. She's here on the Sarah Fraser Show. I know how I fell in love with Shallon Lester. It was because a coworker of mine at Fox 5 DC is a Shalligator. And she said to me, you have got to check out this woman. You would love this woman's energy, hot takes. And I was like, I fell in love. And I think you were on, it's been a hot second, but I think when were you first on my show? 2 years ago, 3 years ago? It was a minute.
It was during quarantine because I was in my mom's house.
Oh, okay. It was quarantine. Yeah. That was when I first had you on and it was amazing. And everyone
It was so fun.
Yes. And in fact, everyone loved our interview so much. I think they did a whole breakdown of us on Reddit. I don't know. Do you read? You get so much, people really dissect your life. So do you?
Yeah, they do.
All right. You know what? For lack of a better word, hate. Okay. So you get so much hate. Do you read it?
No, I don't. Like, it's just too much. I'm too sensitive and these people are so pathetic. I did go down a rabbit hole a few years ago because there was like a whole Reddit hate thread about me, which is so incredibly pathetic. Like, I'm a mid-level YouTuber, but I had like I have a team who can find anything. I'll put it that way. And they exposed who these people were and what they looked like. I'm like, you literally look like trolls. You're just method acting all the way down here. So after that, I'm like, I don't need to get, that was like my deep dive into the sewage of this Reddit cesspool. But I will go on Reddit and look at hate threads for other influencers because it gives me perspective that like, okay, this happens to everybody. And it's so ridiculous. Like why they hate these people, like Paige Lorenz. Do you know her?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, there's like this whole community of people who hate her. And it's like, what did she ever do? She's at best a silly goose. You know, she's at best a silly goose. Like, you don't have to look at her, but you look at her every day, all day, and talk about her all day. It's wild.
Well, I love that you just said that because you are sensitive because it's funny, you know, and people say this about me too. They're like, I didn't even think that you gave a shit. Like,
yeah. It gets to you. I mean, I think we all do, you know, we're humans. And it's like, I don't think I would have the connectivity with my audience if I didn't have any like empathy, you know, and empathy unfortunately has to be a two-way street. Like you can't only receive all the good messages and like, you're impervious to the bad ones, but I'm pretty thick skinned and you really do have to be built for this. You get it. You get this. But
I actually kind of want more hate now because I think I think it's a sign of success. I mean,
it is
really, you know, I mean, the fact you have been so successful from even your Star days, which I love your old Star, you know, you were deputy editor at Star magazine. I mean, this was back when tabloid, like you guys were going through, you know, people's trash and getting their mail and outing people. It was great. You know?
Yeah, totally. I mercifully never had to do that. I was like in the high tower, like writing it, but there were reporters and they loved that. Like they talk about being built for it. They loved doing that. It was wild. They're a whole different breed, reporters.
And I say outing, people are going to think they were outing people as gay, which I don't
know.
They'd stopped all that. It was more things like, you know, oh my gosh, you know, it was like John Edwards, remember with his like love child. And
yes.
They had like gone through his trash and Hunter Riel. They'd found their, you know, I mean, wasn't that so good? Tabloid?
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, because it was really investigative journalism, you know, and so much tabloid stuff is like kind of bullshit. But every so often, you know, they really get a legitimate, real story.
Oh my God. Sure. And that was, I mean, it was so tragic because his wife, Elizabeth Edwards, had like cancer and he was cheating on her. Like, I mean, she was dying, you know, she's since passed, like she was dying. They already had a family and he was with this fucking young blonde and they
was not cute. Riel Hunter. And that's a bullshit name that she made up. Her name was like Elizabeth Galakowicz. And you're like, okay, Kristen Butterworth. Like she just made it up. So stupid.
You know what I find interesting about you because a lot of people don't do it. You know, you do have hot takes on people's looks. Like you will say Tom Brady. I mean, you come out and say Tom Brady looks like Mr. Peanut. Now, I think he's hot. Like I would let this man eat crackers in bed. But you don't seem to mind commenting on people's looks.
No, people comment on mine all the time. You know, and I won't comment on. No, I'm pretty mean. I'm kind of mean. You know, I'm trying to be less mean. I am. but I can acknowledge that some people find Tom Brady is hot. I'm not saying that my word is law. I'm never saying that my word is law, but it's just my word. People come to my channel for an opinion and then they're like, oh, is that an opinion? Like, bro, does what it says on the tin. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, I don't change who you are. I mean, you really should. It's refreshing now when I think we only hear from, everybody kind of sucking every celebrity's ass.
Totally. Everyone's such a suck up. And like, that's not comedy. It's not free speech. It's not journalism. It's toadyism. It's obsequies and it's fawning grossness. And that puts you at a lower position than these people. And I've spent my whole career around celebrities. They're not above anybody. I got news for you. Like they're not better than anyone else out there. They're usually worse. They're more crazy. They're more duplicitous. They're more fake. They're more ruthless. Like they're not like, let's aggrandize like kindergarten teachers and like ICU nurses. Like these celebrities, like fuck them, like tear them down. Fuck them. They need it. Like don't like tear them down, but like, we don't need to like evangelize these people.
Look, you have to be okay. Because I was telling you before we started, I moved to LA a year ago. Getting a taste of the business, right? And I'm like, fuck, I'm not crazy enough for reality TV.
No.
I mean, these people, when you say that, they don't give a shit. They'll cheat on their husbands. They'll leave their husbands to stay on. They'll throw their friends under the bus. I mean, really, fame is wild.
Fame is wild. And it's funny that people chase it. And it's like it definitely has upsides, but it has a lot of downsides. And it's the people who seem to be chasing it the hardest need the most validation. It's like, if you think fame in the age of the internet and Reddit is like nothing but validation and love, like, this is going to be a rough landing for you. It is not that. You got to have a really tough skin. And the people who are willing to cheat on their husbands and throw their friends under the bus, they're the weakest people of all. They're like turtles without a shell. Like, kind of worry about them.
Okay, so you were saying this, you obviously rose to fame as being deputy editor for Star Magazine. Then you were on your own reality show, Downtown Girls, in 2010 in New York City.
Yeah.
But one of your co-stars was the founder of Glam Squad, which is kind of a big deal.
She was an investor.
Okay. So wait, but she now, I think on her Instagram says she's like one of the founders. Was she? Or she was just an investor?
I'm not surprised she says that.
Oh, well, I will get back to her. But then you end up, of course, staying in the celebrity world, launching your own hugely successful YouTube show. How long now have you been covering celebrities?
Oh my gosh. Like throughout my whole career?
Yeah.
Throughout my whole career. So since I was like 22. Like I was at men's magazines before I moved proper into celebrity journalism at the New York Daily News. But yeah, it's always been some sort of celeb beat. I was never like, I'm a technical writer. I'm a Bloomberg business reporter. No, man, I'm always kind of talking about the Kardashians, something like that.
Where do you think that, it's so fascinating. Like, what's your take on where Tabloids at now? Because everybody has a YouTube channel. Everyone in my space, everyone has a podcast. Everybody has a podcast.
Oh, yeah. Everyone has a podcast.
People are huge deep divers, web sleuths. I mean, now, you have these bloggers or these podcasters that break Bravo news. I mean, are tabloids dead?
Yeah.
And do you think I guess just random people breaking news is the future of stars? What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, tabloids shot themselves in the foot. Like when we were at Star, they would just make deal after deal with the devil. Like they would make a deal with a celebrity, say like Jennifer Lopez, to bury a story, to catch and kill a story and not publish something about, I don't know, A-Rod cheating on her, let's say. And I would always be like, what are we getting in return for this? Are we getting an exclusive at home with J-Lo? Here's a peek inside my closet. Are we getting first rights on like her next, marriage or movie project? And it was like, well, yeah, they said they'd consider that. I'm like, what kind of nerds are you that you're falling for this and being manipulated? So they would kill good, interesting stories and they would promote ridiculous fake stories. And it's like, okay, well, that damages your reputation. I mean, even people that we know, friends, where it's like Jen lies and she lies and she lies. And this one time she might be telling the truth, but it's like, dude, I can't, you lie all the time. You lied at brunch. You lied about the girl. You lied about everything. You torpedo your own reputation. You kind of have no one to blame. And then I think Instagram really killed the tabloid because celebrities were announcing their own thing. They're announcing their own baby reveals and new projects. And here's how I lost the weight. It's like, why would they go through a magazine that they can't really be sure is going to portray them in the way they want? I understand that control over your own brand. But then these tabloids have no real stomach for deeper journalism. So what's left?
Mm. Is that why you've never really gotten involved in having celebrities on your YouTube channel? Do you just, because, it's funny in my business, even, there are sometimes real D-list celebrities that come on, you have them on and then you hear from their publicist, can you take this out? Can you, and I'm always torn of like, do I keep doing this? Do I just say fuck off?
Yeah.
But if you post it, you're not getting another client that they represent.
Very true. I mean, you can definitely like bite the hand that feeds, and that's a thing. But I also think like, if celebrities want to be that curated, I don't know, then don't go on a pod. Like, I would never expect you to take out anything that I say here. I'm an adult. I'm in control of what I'm saying. I'm sober. There's no gun to my head. Like, if I don't like the way I come off, that's only my fault, and I can't put that on a creator. So yeah, no, I don't have anybody on my channel, mostly because technologically I'm like a boomer. I don't know how to do it. I'm like too old to learn. I'm too old. So